to talk about cheating.
Oh boy, here we go.
A lot of people cheat on each other, and that's because they have someone's in their face, or they have someone rubbing against them, and they just want to put in the person, and they don't really care about the person that they're actively, exclusively f***ing.
So, you then?
Basically, people get bored. People don't want to do the same thing again and again, a lot of them. And because the relationship isn't explorative, or they're not honest with each other, or whatever, they just let it sizzle and die out. And so because they're so bored, they see a new scenario come along, and then they want to do whatever with that because it's shiny and new.
So in your eyes, a relationship is like a car. You get interested in this car, you get invested, you pay for the car, you do everything to take care of the car, but then you see a brand new car and you end up replacing it for something else when it's outlived its usefulness, so to speak. Also, why do you act as if you're the arbiter of this whole conversation or topic? From what we've seen as of late, especially with a lot of your relationships, you're usually the one that cheats on people, not everybody else.
But here's what happens when you cheat. You are in love with someone. You connect with them on a personality level. Like,
the irony is you don't have personality.
it's an absolutely incredible relationship you have with them, but you just aren't simply as desperate to f them as you before were.
So again, it's not about personality, it's just about wanting to fuck them.
So someone new comes along who you're physically attracted to, but you haven't actually emotionally connected with or mentally connected with necessarily. And now you just want to f the shit out of them. You want to see her go in there. You want to see yourself devastate their body. You want to see them just retch underneath you, if retch is the right word. And here's the reality. Maybe a month after, maybe a year after, maybe 2 years after, same thing's gonna happen. You're going to cheat on that girl too, now that you've destroyed the last relationship that was successful, aside from you being a man's towards in general. You're gonna cheat again. And then you're gonna realize that this person who was shiny and new before is boring. So you'll cheat again, and then you get bored again, and again, and again.
Where is the proof?
Not to be that guy, but you do realize that everybody's different, right? I mean, with this whole people cheating, you have to take it by a case-by-case issue. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody has the same mentality as other people down the road. Somebody like you who has cheated on several of his significant others is going to be different than an individual like, let's say, myself, who has been happily married for almost 6 years with no problems. And no, let's say, thoughts of cheating on anyone. Because somebody like myself takes marriage seriously. Unlike you.
You'll cheat your whole life, never being able to feel that emptiness in you. Maybe you'll have one, you'll call them up and you'll be like, remember the good old days? Remember when we used to... But the good old days are gone because you're a piece of shit.
Nah, that's you. That's all you, dude. You're the piece of shit for cheating on people.
Who couldn't stick with the person that you actually love. Instead, you would just plunge into any person who would hit on you, who you're remotely attracted to, only to find out there's so much more to relationships than inside some random or having some dude on your That's why stupid people cheat. And people who are smart, who think about the people in their life that they really love, they're honest.
Oh, hi
there, Kettle. Name's Pot. Have we met?
Yeah, just so we're clear, you're not, or at least you don't fall under that category of, quote-unquote, being honest.
They tell their partner what they want. They tell their partner who they are. And if they're meant to be together, then their partner wants that too. You may say that people are up who have numerous configurations in relationships. But I think it's more up to take someone who loves you, rip their heart out, and cover it in your... If you love someone, you'll be honest with them about who you are. Even if you think that person is a disgraceful monster, they deserve to know.
Word of advice. Well, actually, take your own advice. Now that I think about it.
Hey guys, sorry, I gotta be kind of quick about this video. But I just wanted to comment on Joe Rogan's rants. It's a pretty viral thing, not maybe to you guys, but to anyone who clicks on his videos. It pops up in your feed, this rant about success and just like going out there and getting success and so forth. I think it's interesting in life how people tend to listen to successful people.
Well, if you really think about it, people want the same success. So usually when it comes down to it, people will listen to people who have given it their all and kind of worked for it, and try to find, the same, or at least try to get some tips on how to gain the same notoriety as the individual or individuals before them.
In the sense that they view what they say as like the gospel.
Not really, but keep going.
And here's the thing. Every other person who succeeds typically is the result of privilege.
You serious?
And I know a lot of people are like, F you. They're just like, you're a f***ing idiot, stupid shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Right. So here's the thing. I have a history of success and failure. And the reason I was successful in the past was because the cards were stacked in my favor.
Okay, so I want to say something, and I know you hate opinions, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways, okay? Your fame was due to a dipshit video where you pranced around in a banana suit acting like a fucking moron. And your entire channel, channel base is strictly from, or at least the popularity, is due to the fact that you have surrounded yourself in controversy. That is basically it.
I actually achieved, as a person who tries to get people to watch him, I got 80 million views in 1 month at one point. That was the result of an algorithm.
No, it was the result of you being a pompous douche. And unfortunately, YouTube not doing anything about your bullshit.
Had nothing to do with anything except for the algorithm. I had a certain percent of my videos watched, and so they took off, but the algorithm has since changed. My point is that looking at a white guy talk about how you just need to shut the fuck up and, roll up your sleeves and shit like that, you're not thinking about the woman who just got pregnant from a boyfriend who abandoned her. You're not thinking about, people who are disabled at birth or at any point in their life. You're not thinking about anybody but your fucking self, And it kind of irritates me because it's like, we look at successful people and we're like, oh, I just want to be like them. Oh, I just want to be like super great because, they know what they're talking about because they got to where they are because of how they are there.
You know what's interesting? You act as if you know all of these people or know what their mentality is. I'm sure with a lot of these people who try to look for fame, look for fortune, as well as try to become, let's say, I guess move up the ladder, so to speak. I'm sure they think about some of those people that, have hard times. But at the same time, they also have to focus on themselves. Do you know what I mean? where they have to, especially when they're trying to do what they can and do as much work as they can to get to where they want to be. And trying not to sound heartless, but it's kind of like the whole what doesn't kill you make you stronger type of mentality, where stuff that has been hard for you in your life, at least this is the way I'm saying it, what's been hard for you in life will possibly make you or break you and make you a stronger person for the experiences that you've had to go through.
How the f*** did they get there? Because of the position they're in, because of the people they knew, because of the encounters that happened in their life that doesn't happen in everyone else's life. Not everyone has the same opportunities. It is true that if you reach out there and you actually work hard, you have a good chance of success. But let's use, like, I don't know, basketball as an example. How many short guys do you know of in basketball?
I love the fact that Onision is trying to use an example that's almost impossible to argue with. Basketball, for example, yeah, you're not going to see a lot of short people playing basketball, or at least playing basketball professionally, because a lot of people, use their height as their advantage. So I would say, I'm going to say right now that this whole basketball example is very manipulative in a sense. Why not use something like let's say, to get him off his thing, like, why not people like YouTube? YouTube itself is a huge possibility, or at least used to be, till you had dipshits like Logan Paul and Onision fucking it up, causing controversy, and many others, because they can't follow the fucking guidelines. But all in all, originally YouTube itself was a place where people could post videos and express themselves, and anybody, and I mean anybody, was able to put themselves out there. And it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you come from, what background you have, what religion you follow. As long as you follow the guidelines, as long as you had an audience, you were able to push forward and become as big as the next guy, if that makes any sense. And it's all about putting the work in.
It pisses me the f*** off, not that there's not a lot of short guys. What pisses me off is the fact that people are just like, no, you can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. You just gotta work hard. It's irritating. And I wish we would stop looking at privileged, successful people as if they can speak nothing but the absolute truth.
So what? You want people to listen to your truth? Wait, didn't you just say that you were a privileged white male before? So why the fuck would anybody listen to you?
Oh shit! Burn! Burn!
Because there's people who drop 100 grand or so on film school, they work on acting, they're trying really hard, they try to make those connections, they try to get to where they want to be, but they just don't have it. They're not good actors. They suck at conveying emotions. So what are they supposed to do? They can't work hard enough because they just don't have it. Same with American Idol and all that shit. People sing every fucking day and they still sound like, loving you is because it's terrible. So I just wish we'd all stop listening to, people who have found privilege, who happen to be on Fear Factor, selected for Fear Factor, and that's the main reason why they're famous today. That was their stepping stone, the main reason why they even got anyone to look at them. You got a huge opportunity. You got a fucking lottery ticket winning. And you're gonna go around telling other people, oh, you're only fucking successful because you work hard.
Well, yeah. As well as taking certain opportunities that a lot of other people won't. I think that would probably be the biggest thing of it with success, is a lot of people took risks that other people wouldn't want to take risks on. But, you know, your feeble, tiny little mind probably wouldn't understand that now, would you? Onision.
No, you're successful because you got the f***ing game rigged. Okay? You got the opportunities other people didn't. I had the game rigged when I was making like nearly 80 grand or around 80 grand in 1 month.
Yeah, you keep mentioning this 1 month as it's a big deal, but the thing is, that was only 1 month, while other people are doing it for years. Working hard, doing what they, love to do at this point. I'm sorry, but your 1 month doesn't trump what other people have done over time. Almost a lifetime, even. So, your petty bullshit can go the fuck off.
Okay? It was f***ing rigged. That's it. Life is f***ing rigged. And any successful person who tells you, oh yeah, you could do it just like me, they don't even f***ing know you. They don't know what's going on, if you have BPD, if you don't have a photographic memory like Elon Musk. You know, if you're born with a photographic memory, yeah, maybe you can accomplish anything. I don't got a lot of time. I'm so sick of the bullshit. And I love Joe Rogan. He's a great podcast creator. But that was some dumb motherfucking shit. Acting like a woman who's on welfare, has 7 kids. Oh, she just works hard enough. She can be just like you, Joe Rogan. A person who's fucking blind. Oh, if they work hard enough, they could be a NASCAR racer. No. This is the real world, dipshit. Love your stuff, by the way. I'm just an ass.
So, final thoughts when it comes to both the videos that and yes, it was 2 videos that I was responding to. One, when it comes to, let's say dating and relationships and stuff, Onision has no say, especially with his track record. And the whole thing with Joe Rogan. I'm usually one of those individuals that if you put a lot of work into it, then eventually it pays off. I know there are some points where, yes, it is stacked against your favor to try to do what you want to do, but I'm usually kudos to the people who know that it's stacked against their favor and yet still continue to push forward and try to better themselves so that way they can do the things that they want to do. Simple as that. I would never say don't, or pretty much give up on your dreams. Don't ever do that. I would say for the most part though, when you're trying to accomplish your dreams, try to do whatever you can to make sure that you yourself is able to, let's say, live comfortably. And as you live comfortably, make sure that basic or base need is taken care of, then you can push forward towards your dreams. I mean, I myself, have a job and I do this on the side. And as you guys have probably seen as of late, I don't put ads on my videos. I mean, with certain videos, I'd probably make a little bit of money off of it, but for the time being, I'm not. I want to see how far I can push, especially with this being, a second channel of Novakast or Novakast Studios. I want to see if I could push further than how I did before. And if I do, then maybe, just maybe, I will maybe begin to put ads on my videos and possibly try to build a revenue, as well as try to add on to what I already have. So all in all, that's my basic thoughts on this whole thing. If you guys have any thoughts, leave in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys can, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want to watch me play video games, at the end of the video will be a link to one of the games I've been playing. With that said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care.